Hello and welcome to the morning show. My name's Jimmy. Matty Mass is here. It's Tuesday, July 26, 10:52 a.m.
That wasn't an echo.
Oh, echo? Do you still have an echo?
No, but you just said the same thing that you did. So
yeah.
That wasn't an echo.
This is the new intro.
Yeah, new intro.
It was an echoless intro, you know? Got to be imperfect to be perfect. You think that's a quote?
No.
You don't think anyone's ever said that? You have to be imperfect to be perfect? Like, you got to make mistakes to figure them out?
Are you asking me if anybody's ever said those words together?
Do you think anyone has claimed that quote?
No.
You have to be imperfect to be perfect. That's perfectly imperfect.
Well, that
10 reasons why imperfect is the new perfect. You have to be imperfect in order to be perfect. You don't think this is a quote? Dude, I bet people say this and then they say,
oh, that must be a quote. I'm not going to claim that.
If it's not claimed, I will claim that for sure. All right. I got a bunch of topics for people that we can chat about because we missed last week. Okay? I'm going to open up my notes app on my computer because that's what I use all the time. And I'm going to write down a bunch of new things in my life. And if people want to call in and talk about them, they can. Or they can talk about whatever they want because this show has no tracks. Here's some new things in my life. I bought Jordan ones, low top, because I saw Peter Moylan in them. And I was like, those aren't that crazy. I could wear those with jeans because I don't have currently a sneaker to wear with jeans. So that
could be the most shocking thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, my wife didn't believe me. Okay, on that same beat, I bought 2 blue and white Jomboy media hats because I lost both of mine during the floorball event. So that's new. Topic number 3, Katie rearranged my closet last night, or cleaned out, so we got rid of a lot of clothes. Topic number 4, the All-Star Game trip plus home run derby. Topic number 5, floorball tournament came out yesterday, game 1, and the featurette little documentary that Mitch made came out. Game 2 comes out on Thursday. Topic number 6 is I broke a world record. And that video, is that out yet, Maddie?
11:30, half an hour.
Okay. I mean, we have to be able to make some good, like, reels.
Kyle has it. Kyle's been making stuff.
Okay. Because I broke a world record. I, just ruined this girl's life. She had it for 4 years or so.
Longer. It's like 2012.
She had it since 2012. And
yeah.
Now she's out. Okay. So that video is coming out on Jomboy and Jake TV. I broke a world record. We can talk about that. We just put out a video of Talking to Yanks and Chase Station previewing the Mets game. We're not talking about that. That's not on the agenda of things you can call in about. This is a non-baseball show.
If you call in and ask about that specific episode,
you're fucking done.
You're out.
Oh my God, my Red Sox, this is baseball, my Red Sox blooper tweet.
It's eligible to call in.
Eligible to call in. Did you see how
I saw the views.
Action that's got? It's almost got 1 million views. I made that for Weekly Dumb, which came out this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, this is so many more than I thought it was going to be. I am going to tweet this. And it was like a 8 a.m. tweet. I didn't think it was going to go crazy. It went crazy. It went so crazy. You want me to tell you how crazy it went? It has 846,000 views on Twitter. That's nuts, man. 2 million impressions if you care about vanity views. 8 new followers. Thanks, guys. That went crazy. You can call in and we can talk about that. We are playing mini golf in the warehouse this weekend. It is currently being turned into a mini golf
stadium
of sorts. Floorball is such a big production. I'm worried about the next couple things that are getting posted on the channel. I can talk about that. Like we did the Crits Ball, the Ball and Play League, and that was before a lot of the new tech that we had for floorball because we filmed it before. So in a way, I'm worried when that comes out, people will feel it's backwards in quality.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I don't think people will care, but you want it to be like a balloon and just keep going and going and going, which we've been good at. Anything else? Oh, I've been riding my e-bike to the train station.
Yes, I did see a story.
It's like a motorcycle. It can go 70 miles per hour if I do some setting. I don't want to do that setting. It goes nice like 20 to 22 right now.
Jeez.
I think I'm going to get in trouble because I am using it like in the park on the bike path and then on the roads. And I feel real guilty about in the park on the bike path. Today I did because I went to the train station later. I took the 814 in. So, like, you know, women were walking their dogs and kids weren't out, but women were walking their dogs, and I was like on an e-bike. So I like slowed down. I was pedaling past them, and I was like, maybe I just stick to the roads. But yesterday I came in. I took the 540 train or something like that. So I was riding. It was dark as shit, and I was riding through the park, and I don't have a headlight on it or anything. So just going 20 miles per hour on the little like blacktop pathway in the middle of the park. And it was kind of scary, but kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wear a helmet. I look like a doofus, but I wear a helmet. I don't like the helmet I have, but I wear one. And then a rabbit jumped out in front of me. And then all of a sudden, I was chasing a rabbit. And I didn't want to chase the rabbit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just kept going.
Like, I was like, get off the path and I'll go past you.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to chase you. If anyone was to zoom in on my life right now, I'd look like a redneck dickhead chasing a rabbit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to get to work, little guy.
Yeah.
And you're scared of me.
Mm-hmm.
It was a real conundrum. It was like, do I have to stop because I feel guilty chasing this rabbit?
Right.
So, fuck that rabbit, little bitch. Making me feel guilty over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not chasing you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to work. All right, so there are a bunch of topics we can talk about. Any other topics? GeoGuide guys are recording today?
Yep.
Anything else?
We shouldn't tell people what time, because then they'll try to get in.
Yeah. Well, okay. Definitely not 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Definitely not 8 p.m.
If you're trying to give us wins.
Joe's
Well, that's what I was just going to say.
What were you going to say?
The Fayal clip on Twitter last night got me giggling.
Oh, with the dolphin?
Yeah. It's a great clip.
Joe's is funnier than anyone knows because he put that on the shelf to set himself up for that joke?
I was under the assumption somebody else did. I mean, it was there all day.
If that was natural, it's hilarious. But sometimes I think Joe's he knows what he's doing. You should see the video of when Joe says he's never shit in Yankee Stadium. Did you see that? Were you there?
I was standing there.
When Zach chimes in, it's so funny.
I gotta see.
I'll play it for the people on my phone, if that works.
They're definitely not going to hear it because they can't hear anything that we don't speak out loud. But
what if I hold it up to the mic?
I'm telling you, ask any of them. They'll say they can't hear it. It's something that somebody said
There's no way you've
in
never
person.
pooped in Yankee Stadium.
I never shit there.
Lie detector?
I was a lie. What?
I was lie detecting you.
There's no way that could be a lie.
You've never taken a shit at Yankee Stadium as much as you're there?
Has to have.
That's pretty good.
I don't know if they can hear it, but Zach just out of nowhere. Has to have.
Has to have.
Like, I'm not taking that. And I'm Zach. Oh, man. That was funny. You can call about that. Jake has a 6-minute video of me doing a lie detector on Joe's arm, which was just me feeling his skin.
No.
Sensing
Oh,
lies.
yeah. Yeah.
Man, that was so funny.
Yeah, if you want to talk about Joe's pooping at Yankee Stadium, feel free to give a call.
Dude, the comment section for GeoGuessr and for Warehouse Games, I mean, a lot of our stuff, it's so nice.
Uh-huh.
Talking Baseball is the only comment section that stinks. Why didn't you talk about our team?
Yeah.
There's 30 of teams. What's 5 times 30?
150?
150 minutes?
Yeah.
So it's over 2 hours.
Yeah.
2.5 hours. So if we gave 5 minutes to each team, it'd be a 2.5-hour show.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want from us?
Do you want to take some calls?
I guess so. They better stay on. They better stay on topic, or not,
Yeah.
or not.
They heard the list of topics.
Yeah, it's a lot of topics that they can talk about.
K Phoenix here joined right when I hit enable call-in, so
Okay.
we'll see what's up here. He or she is invited.
K Felix,
Phoenix.
Kyle Phoenix.
Exactly.
You think his last name's Phoenix or he's from Phoenix?
Last name.
Wow.
I know. He just has to unmute.
I'm here, guys.
What's up? Is it Kyle?
It's Carl.
Carl. Carl Phoenix.
Carl with a K.
Nice. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well, man. Doing well.
We heard that, by the way. You held it up to the mic. We heard that audio.
Hell yeah.
Clip of,
Anybody that doubted that, I mean,
You were the biggest doubter.
I mean,
You were Team Doubt.
that's not how I remember
Yeah,
it.
captain of Team Doubt.
as somebody who has season tickets to a baseball team and goes, 3 or 4 nights a week, I also have never taken a shit at my local baseball team, and I've been there a lot. So, if you're a morning person, what's the need, right? You're not there at 7:00 in the morning, so why would you be?
But
taking
Joe
a
says
deuce?
he shits 3
I can
times a
believe
day.
That's context that I didn't have. That changes things.
I think he technically said 2 to 3.
Yeah. You've never, not once, and you go 3 times a week, you're saying?
Yeah, 3 to 4 nights a week.
What stadium?
McCormick Field.
What's that stadium?
I think that's
Yeah,
that
it's the
stadium that
tourists.
only has urinals.
What is it? McCormick Field
Yeah,
in New
it's
Jersey?
the tourists.
Oh, the tourists?
Yeah, Asheville tourists.
Oh, the Asheville tourists. My old team. Used to wear that hell out. Okay. All right. I mean, I believe you, but I think that if the over-under was 0.5, I'd bet the over. I think even if you say it's the under and we Truman showed your life and Black Mirrored it and we're like, actually, there's and we made all the security footage from the stadium, and then you'd be like, oh, yeah. Okay, shit, I forgot about that time. It was bad.
So you covered a bunch of topics, but I do have one sort of related to some of the stuff you talked about. Maybe you want to talk about it or not, but as somebody who's got 2 kids who are now, 8 years old and almost 12 years old, the impact of having little ones and being a huge fan of baseball, it's such a balancing act. There's 162 games. It's like relentless. And so when you commit, you want to be involved in your team. I mean, I've seen the footage of you hanging out with the little guy and like he's a perfect age to just sit up and watch the games. How are you finding it being a dad and what that whole experience is like?
Yeah, well, I'm lucky that because when I made watching baseball was always a 2-part activity for me growing up. Like in college, I would read a book in between pitches and then watch, and then I'm always like kind of a multitasker. And then when I started, then I would go on the treadmill and I'd run during commercials and I'd walk during the innings, and that was like my workout. That was like the most weight I ever lost. Was I did that for the 2017 season in spring training, April. And then in May of 2017, I started talking Yanks and started working. And then it was, I'd have 3 screens open. I was tweeting every single, I was GIFing every video. I was updating the highlights, making all this. So I was doing a ton. And luckily, we grew and we have a team now that runs all the socials and does all that for me. And also, luckily, Yes Network made the Yes app. And also there's some other places where you can watch the game on your phone, which is awesome. So I'll go home. And if I get it home in time for bath time and bedtime, which I try to do as much as I can, that's usually first pitch. So I'll just have the phone in the bathroom and I'll kind of be listening to the game. And then, every now and then if there's like excitement, Michael K's like, oh, then I'll turn and I'll watch it, or just listening while I'm giving him a bath. It's just like, the radio in the background is the game. But then And then when I'm putting him to bed, we're listening to music, but the game's on in the corner just in case anything happens, like on silent. And then when he's in bed, I'll go look at I'll go watch, because you can watch on MLB TV and you can hit like the arrow buttons and it'll just like jump you 5 for 10 seconds. And I'll catch up because I have to talk. If I didn't have to talk about it on the podcast, I wouldn't do that. I would just sit down and then enjoy it. But since I feel like I have to know, like, was he throwing more curveballs than fastballs? Was he throwing this? And like I kind of know what I'm talking about on the podcast. I'll go once he's asleep and I'll just hit the arrow button and go boop 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 boop. So I found a rhythm. You know, when I was living in San Francisco, I would watch on the computer. I was going to film school in San Francisco. I would watch on the computer for the first hour from 4 to 5 because the game started at 4 out there. And then from 5 to 6, I'd be on BART, which is their like train. And I'd listen to John and Susan. So I'd like first 3 hours on the computer in the background at school, first 3 innings, next 3 innings on BART. And then I'd get home and I'd watch. That was the whole 2015 season. So I don't know. I feel like, but now that I'm doing content, you just got to know more. But thankfully, we can watch them on our phone now. If we didn't, I don't know what I'd do.
Yeah. It's I've luckily transitioned to my kids loving to be at the ballpark, so I get the excuse to.
Yeah, that's awesome.
To incorporate that into what I love to do and what they love to do as well. It's pretty awesome. But
my worry is I don't. You know, sometimes I have, like I say, I have to kind of know because we talk about it, but I want my kids to want to watch baseball with me. Like, they don't have to, but my mom told me the moment, like, I sat down and watched with my dad was like, he's watching it. He's like into it, you know, all excited. And I want that. So sometimes Katie or other people in my family, if I'm watching the game, they'll be like, Jimmy's working. And I don't want him to associate watching the Yankees as work, because then I feel like he won't want to work, so to speak. So that's what kind of something I'm worried about. Like, I want to have that bond with him. I don't want him to be like resentful that I watch a lot of games. I don't know. We'll get there when he gets older.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, you know, a lot of people who work in the world of baseball. It'd be interesting to see how their kids have reacted. You know, you hear about like pastors' kids who just don't want anything to do with it because it's what their dad's work is, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like just so much exposure to all of it. But
yeah, I am.
Man, it's such a great feeling. I have one other quick question. So my actual MLB team, the Nationals, are terrible, like truly terrible this year. And I just said F it at the start of the year. It was like, I'm just going to watch everybody else this year. And I've watched more of every other team than I've ever watched before.
It's interesting when you start doing that, right?
Yeah, it's like, I feel bad that I'm like, you know, I'm like, am I a fair weather fan? Like, but I'm like, no, there's just so much great baseball, so much great talent. Because you'll listen to the podcast and you guys will be talking about somebody who's like an ace pitcher for the Rays. And I'm like, I've never even seen this guy throw a pitch, because why would I be watching the Rays? But yeah, I sort of sit down and I'll look at the games that are going on and I'll pick something that's in a tight spot or something like that. And I've just got to watch a bunch of baseball, not necessarily in my team. And it's kind of opened up a whole new side of baseball for me. When you kind of follow your team consistently, that's all you ever see. And you see the Mets and the Braves and the Phillies, and that's it. Trying to expose what's your view on moving away from your team to go enjoy some decent baseball when they suck?
Yeah, it's hard to do because it's like, you know, if you're watching your team every night, that's a fucking grind. And then to switch over, you got to have some free time. But I think it's always interesting. It was when I started doing that and trying to poke around, and then I started making the breakdowns. Like, it was baseball's different for different fan bases, you know, and the watch is different. Like, some of those Midwest broadcasts are so dull, and they don't give replays. And I'm like, this is your home broadcast? Like, this blows. It's just a boring time. And all because of the way it's being presented. So whenever I watch different broadcasts, I always notice that shit. Like, and then I'm like very happy for the fans. And lately I've been thinking about Red Sox fans and how just the style of baseball they watch for half a season at Fenway is bizarre. Like if you showed them, if you turned them into Brewers fans, and then they played in all the NL Central, they'd think it's a different sport. They'd be like, where are all the base runners? Where's all the wacky plays? Where's all the miscues and like, oh, that's a fly ball? Like Fenway is such an animal of different baseball because of the monster and the short and the pesky pole and how many balls get put in play because of that stuff. It's just like Red Sox fans watch a different brand of baseball than everyone else because of the monster.
Yeah.
Like fly balls
sure.
to left. You know how collectively as baseball fans, when they started shifting the infielder right behind second base, all of our brains for like 5 seasons and still when you see a ball up the middle, you're like, base hit. And you're like, oh, fuck. I forgot. That's an out now because of the shift. Boston fans have a total different reaction to pop-ups to left than 29 other fan bases. They're like, oh, that could be something, where everyone else is like, fly out. It's wild.
It's funny that you say that because at McCormick Field, we have a wall in right field that is, I think it's only maybe like a foot less than the monster. It's huge. And we have the same thing where none of us react when somebody hits it to right field because we know it's just going to slam off the wall. That's absolutely true.
And I know every stadium has their quirk. Like Yankee Stadium has a short porch, and the Trop has the whatever you want to call it, the catwalks. But Fenway is number 1 in park factor, I believe. Like it just comes into play so much.
Well, we weren't supposed to talk about baseball, but
yeah,
we definitely
you
talked about
blew
baseball.
it, man. I appreciate it.
Well, hey, listen, I appreciate it, and it's been awesome to get a chance to jump on this. I've listened for a while, yeah, we enjoyed it when you were a Tourists fan. I was happy to make that happen.
Well, then they went to the
now
Astros, so I was like, I can't be wearing this hat anymore.
Hey, listen. I chosen not to recognize that as an actual thing that happened.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
They're just still the actual tourists to me. Everybody's walking around in orange. I just colorblind to orange.
Perfect. Cool, man. Thanks for calling in.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
See ya. I'm going to add another thing to the list of topics. People said I looked slim in the floorball tournament, so that's just like if you just want to call in and be like, yeah, I thought you looked slim too.
Right.
That's fair game.
It's fair.
Because I don't think I've ever gotten that ever, especially not on the internet where I'm fat nonstop on the internet.
I invited Nate Steele. I don't know if he's ever joined Amp Morning before.
Well, maybe he has, maybe he hasn't. We have a list of topics, Nate. You can choose one of the topics. I bought Jordans. I bought 2 Jomboy Media hats. I threw out some clothes last night. All-Star Game trip, Home Run Derby, VIP party. You were there. Floorball tournament. I broke a world record. The Red Sox Blooper World treat's going crazy. Mini golf, e-bike, slim, or you can talk about whatever you want. It's up to you. Nate, the host. Is he here?
He's here.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Nate,
Can you hear me?
how are you?
How's it going?
Your party weekend concluded.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an amazing weekend. It was one for the ages.
You hosted a bunch of regulars from the old morning show, from a lot of our content. Kind of we had a little Jomboy Media employee house, and you had a little like Jomboy Media community house at your house going, and that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was fun. It was great meeting the guys and finally in person, and yeah, the home run derby was great, and the watch party and the whole VIP event was amazing. I kept saying it was like super surreal to like meet y'all in person.
That's awesome. Yeah, we had met a couple of the other guys from Denver last year, but we had never met.
Right.
You're Trev's biggest source, so you got to meet the whole crew. That was fun. The place we had the All-Star game party at was perfect because when we did it in Denver, everyone kind of spilled outside and there wasn't like a main TV area. It was just on all the little TVs. But when there's that one huge TV, it really feels like everyone in the room is watching the same thing as opposed to like the TVs behind the bar on the walls where you have to like, find a little tabletop and four top. And then I was at the ping pong table for like half the night, but I had a view of the game, which was cool.
Yeah, no, it was an amazing venue. And it kind of like, you wouldn't expect to find that venue kind of in that area. I don't think it kind of comes out of nowhere. It's like, I don't know. When we were getting closer, I was like looking at the map. I'm like, are we sure it's right here?
Yeah, we were told it's not the nicest area, but it was a good bar and a good turnout.
Oh yeah, no, it was crazy, and I was surprised at how many Angel fans were there. So that was good to see. It was good to see some fellow people in pain.
It's always nice.
I was thinking about it actually the other week, as far as what you said about what Joez said, and I was at the game with my kids, and I think my son had to go poo, and I took him, and I was in the bathroom, waiting for him to do his thing, and I thought about it. I can honestly say in my adult life, I've never pooed at Angel Stadium.
Well, how often do you go? Because Joez goes to Yankee Stadium a lot.
Right. I don't go as much as Joez. Like, there's no way. We go now. We're going like 3-4 times a month. But I've been going to Angel Stadiums. Kid.
I can believe that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm just very particular about where I do my business, I guess.
Some people aren't, but Joez goes a lot.
I've
thrown up in stalls at Yankee Stadium 3 times minimum. That's true.
Yeah.
That's a true statement. I used to throw up a lot though. If I felt sick, if I felt like hungover, or like I ate something that was like sitting in my stomach, I was like, well, I'm not gonna just like wait 2 hours for this to fade. I'm at Yankee Stadium. I'll just go in the bathroom, throw it up, put new food in my stomach, and we're good to go. It was like hitting the reset button. It didn't faze me at all. I have not done that in probably 10 years. But when I was drinking a lot and hungover a lot, it's very easy to be like, oh, I don't feel good. Blech. Oh, okay. This is better.
I'm one of those people who like dreads throwing up. Like I hate throwing up. Like if I feel like I have to throw up, I will like do everything in my power to stop myself from throwing up. Like I don't know why. I think
hate
Jake's
that. I think Jake didn't throw up. Yeah, for me it's like nothing. Or it was. I mean now I can't do that.
Yeah, I know people who like just like, oh yeah, I threw up and I felt better, and I'm like, oh, I would have just rather be miserable for an hour and feel sick for an hour than just throw up and get it over with.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think again I would bet the over on 0.5 on you.
I
guess we need to do like
I would
a caveat
say,
of like adult life, because like you shit your diaper probably at Angels game.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I will say probably from age 16, because like once I was able to start driving, I was going to Angels games a lot. Like my family would go. I've been going, since they were California Angels, since I was a baby, and like I'm sure when I was a kid, there was a time I either shit my diaper or like asked my parents to like take me to the bathroom so I could take a shit. But I can say probably from age 16 until now, I don't think I have.
Look, I think you have.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Hey, well, thanks again for everything. It was a blast, and hopefully I'll make it out to Seattle next year. And just want to call and tell you appreciate it.
You got to find a Seattle, community member to host everyone.
Right. Well, it's funny because my mother-in-law is from the Kent area up in Seattle. It's like, I think 30, 45 minutes south of like Seattle proper. And I like her mom still lives up there. And I was joking with my wife. I'm like, oh yeah, now your grandma can host all of us next year. And my wife's like, yeah, that's not funny. No.
No, not fun. Tell her I say belated happy birthday.
I will. Appreciate that.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for calling
Awesome.
in. And go Angels.
Yeah, thank you. Go Angels. Hopefully they do something. I don't know.
Hopefully they don't.
Hopefully
trade
they
for
just
Ohtani.
survive.
You don't want them to trade Ohtani though.
I probably won't be online or talk to human beings for
Okay.
a couple weeks if they trade
that'd be a
Ohtani.
dark place.
Yeah,
That's fair. I think that's fair.
I mean they have one more year with him, and I've been saying like since the beginning of last year, I've been like, this is our window. Like, fine, the season didn't go our way. It is what it is, but like we have to try next year. So if they just like give up and sell and start rebuilding now, it's going to be real depressing.
Yeah, I agree. All right, cool, man. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thank you. See you.
Nate Steele. It's a cool name, Mr. Steele. Mr. Steele.
Do you want to bounce to more calls?
I guess so. You know what I'm
Yeah.
trying to find? There's like the Logan Morrison and the Atlantic League. There's a brawl to end the game, and I started the breakdown a while ago. I'm trying to make it again.
Yeah.
But I was trying to find players on the teams so I could DM them and be like, yo, like ask a question about the
Yeah.
breakdown. So none of them followed me that I could see on Twitter. Didn't check Instagram. But one kid just followed me back. But I want to see if he like played in it. But there's not a lot of like there's not a website that has the box score for the Atlantic League.
Right.
Yeah, which I thought somewhere would have it, surely.
I mean, I would imagine.
Yeah. It's what is this? What are they? 15-9, 16-9? Like these numbers are wrong. Wrong. But kind of right. Did you know that?
Yes.
That's it's from a documentary I watched.
Yeah.
Jay quotes it all the time. I saved it and I was like, this is going to be great. I'm going to tweet this out sometimes when it fits perfect. I never remember.
Right.
It's the drummer from some band, famous band, and he's just going wrong, but kind of right.
Right. I invited Sarah Allen.
Allen.
I'm just going down the list. I invited somebody before.
Sarah Allen called in a while ago, right?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Sarah. How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
I'm doing well. Didn't you call in like one of the first ever shows?
I did. I was on the very first show.
And are you from Alabama and have two boys?
I am, yes.
Okay. My memory's still there. I got it.
That's awesome that you remembered. I'm impressed.
Oh, yeah, I got a good memory. That's like when that starts fading on me, I'm going to be real confused about who I am. How's everything going?
It's going. We have really just kind of dove into all the content y'all can put out right now. My son was just diagnosed with a very rare brain tumor, and so we are just trying to take our mind off of all of that kind of stuff. And this floorball tournament has been so therapeutic for my whole family.
Well, I'm so sorry to
It's
hear
hilarious.
that. I hope all is well, or as well as can be. But thank you, and happy to be a distraction. Sorry if there's a lot of, some curse words in there.
No, it's fine. He hears it at home too.
How old is he?
He is 4 years old.
Oh, wow. All right. Well,
He's 4.
yeah, sorry to hear
Yes,
that. But we'll try to be as much of a
Thank
distraction
you.
as we can.
Y'all have been great. Farm to Fame is kind of my show. That has been my A1. So big Matty Mass fan.
That's awesome to hear. I'm happy to be able to provide that.
Yeah.
If you want to know where Juan Soto's heading, you can tune in to tomorrow's Farm to Fame.
Oh, yeah? You guys break that news?
Yeah,
No
we broke
way.
it
Is he
news.
Seems
No
like
way.
Seems like a joke. But I guess you got to tune in to find out.
Well, now you got me wanting to know.
Yeah, they don't know.
What?
Is Moylan just guessing?
He guessed.
Moylan and Wingert are some of the best people.
They make predictions.
Half of the fun of going on the trips with the company is getting to hang out with those two. Since now they're so busy, it's a blast.
They just seem like such cool, down to earth people. I have always wanted to meet Peter Moylan. I was a big fan of him when he was a player. We actually were in Atlanta for his first doctor's appointment this weekend, and we left to go out of town the day that the Angels came into town. So didn't get to catch a game, but
yeah. Well, if you're ever
we were at the Battery. We went and walked around.
If you're ever at a game and he's there, let us know. We'll make sure that happens. He's the best.
That would be awesome. I would love to meet him. And my son, obviously, he loves everyone that he thinks is a Braves player is his favorite person in the world.
Okay. We can convince him. Some of us here play for the Braves. I have a hat. You can wear that. What's his name?
Okay. His name is Peyton.
Cool. I like that name. I know
He is
couple
a
Peytons.
tough little kid.
Yeah.
He is making it like a champ through all of this. Much better than his mama is, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine. Great.
But you guys have been so helpful.
And he has a brother? Yeah.
Yes, I have a little 1-year-old as well.
Awesome. That's cute. My son's
So
going to
we
be
stay
9
very
months
busy.
soon. It feels so quick.
It goes by so fast. My youngest is 16 months, and you blink and they really do grow up on you.
I know. Mine's going to be walking soon. And then it's like another stage. He already kind of like filled out. So he's just like looks more solid now. I can kind of throw him on the couch, which was
That's fun.
yeah. Me and my wife both were like, can't wait till we can beat him up a little bit, just like throw him around and not be so fragile. And I got there. So like now I like 1, 2, 3, and I drop him on the couch and lift him up, and he likes that.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah.
My husband, when his best friend came to the hospital when our first son was born, and I said, do you want to hold him? He said, no, I'm not going to hold him till I can drop him, and we laugh about it.
Yeah, a lot of people are like that. I was like, oh, that's just because I have a 1-month-old niece now, and you hold her and you forget. You're like, oh my god, so fragile.
You do forget kind of that newborn stage after they get bigger and rough them up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, so Braves fans, floorball fans,
Yes,
do you
big
have?
Braves.
Were you excited with the outcome of the first floorball game?
I could not get over just like the production of it. It looked like that should have been on TV somewhere.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
Our tech guy Dan, he put up a whole rig. Game 2, we had some technical difficulties that we're gonna have to like edit around but it still should be like very well done. And then as it goes, I believe we bring in crowd noise more, like we mic'd up the floor and we put a mic on the ref.
Okay.
So as we go,
Oh,
we kind of
that's
like
fun.
added more and more. We just needed to get ready. And also like the main camera, our tech guy Dan, he's kind of like playing it like a video game, like it's on a remote control, it going left and right. So I think the first game was his first time, so he gets better. But the tournament, it gets good. I don't want to give too much away. There was a point where we were like, oh man, this is not going to be as competitive as the Blitzball one was. And then in the end, it's like riveting all the way through.
Oh, I can't wait. And I heard you say that you're setting up mini golf next.
Yeah. So,
Is that right?
yeah, mini golf. I'm still not positive what the format is. We're trying to have some guests come and play with us. And we're making all the holes so we can keep them and like have silly designs. We're going tomorrow, right, Maddie? We're playing tomorrow, so like it's not going to come out till September. After floorball, the mini golf will come out, but that's pretty cool. I mean, I hope it comes out good. I'm so nervous now because I think everything compared to floorball, because having the tile down and the boards down was like so legitimate and awesome that other things might not compare. Because, like I said, you want to keep that bubble going.
Oh, it's still going to be great.
Yeah, no, the floorball was
It's still going to be great.
that was my even watching it yesterday was like my big moment of like I can't believe our company does this, and we have like so many employees that are pulling on the rope in the same direction so hard because like that is a weird thing. Like, hey, we're gonna do a floorball tournament and we're gonna go all out for it. It's like, well, are people gonna watch? It's like a real question, and the numbers were crazy good yesterday. They were like 3 times our average 1 inning league video and all that. So I'm ecstatic that I have a team that shares the vision and the joy of doing it, and then we have an audience that will just tune in. Because like I said, we've done blitzball and floorball, and I would bet 80 to 90% of the people that watch have never heard of blitzball or floorball. So it's a crazy ask or whatever. So I'm just appreciative of you and everyone else who tuned in.
Yeah, we love it. We loved blitzball too. I had never heard of blitzball until the first tournament, and we love it. It's so much fun to watch.
We got to send your guy some blitzball stuff.
Oh, he would love that.
Yeah, I'll figure
Wear
it out.
that for surgery day.
Yeah, okay. I'll
That
get it
would
on the
be
list.
cool.
Maybe.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. We'll find what's a best way, or can you DM Farm to Fame or Maddie and figure out a way that we can get in touch to get that to you?
Yeah, I can DM him on Instagram. I follow him on all platforms, but that's
Awesome.
what I'm on the most.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Of course. All right, cool. Well, thank you for calling in and listening.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Have a good one. Tell the little guy say hi.
I will. Y'all too. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, Peter and Kelsey make their predictions for Soto. So, do you want to predict what they predicted?
Trev keeps predicting the Cardinals.
Yeah, they said they think the only 2 teams which the package that was listed makes sense are Cardinals and Yankees.
Yeah, Trev kind of hasn't been having the Yankees. I do think, I mean, obviously, I am biased. Obviously, I really want Soto. I think the Yankees should sell a lot, whoever they have. I do think the Yankees have a lot of top prospects comparatively, but I haven't really dove in, and everyone values prospects differently. But I think the Yankees have to be a top team. And I don't even want to like predict not the Yankees because I am so biased here. It's, I really wanted Sonny Gray. I know it didn't work out, but I really thought it would work out. And he was a good pitcher. I think it should have worked out. And this is the first time there's a trade target that I really want. Obviously, he's a 23-year-old stud that you get for 2.5 years. But even like, maybe it was because I was brainwashed by the Yankees I'm the least brainwashed by the Yankees I've ever been. But, when Machado was around, Scherzer, Mookie, all the other high-end guys that you knew were going to be traded, in my head I was like, I'm not going to the Yankees. Like, don't even, not going to happen. But I do think there's a possibility.
The trade proposal that we just went based off of an MLB.com article. And their trade proposal had Glaber, Nestor, Volpe, Dominguez.
I hated that article. I thought all the trades were ridiculous. Why would they want Glaber and Nestor?
Right. Glaber has the same contract as Soto.
It doesn't make sense. And Glaber's not that many years. Because then the next report came out and they're like, they want guys with 6 years service time, which is like,
right.
Duh. That's like what? Glaber's got 2 years left?
Yeah, same thing as Soto.
And it
just Glaber, not Soto.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. So, they're guessing. Well, I don't want to spoil the episode. Did you already spoil it?
Kind of. Cardinals and Yankees are kind of the 2 teams, but we try to break it all down a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. You want to see who's next in here?
Yeah, what time did we start?
51.
Okay.
All right. I invited T Dolls before, and he hadn't or she hadn't accepted. So I'll invite them back again. They were one of the first callers.
T-Dolls.
Yeah.
T-Dolls.
I was saying I told Jake
Hello?
before.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. T Dolls.
T Dales, technically. Old
Dales.
Xbox name, so I just use it for all my usernames.
That's how Joez McFly was born, I believe.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like his Xbox clan or whatever, like the McFly. All his buddies, Rams
clan
McFly,
name.
Joez McFly. That was their clan last name.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. What a throwback.
Yeah.
Speaking of Joe's, I want to go back to the pooping thing.
Okay. Yes.
You said he poops 3 times a day?
I believe he said 2 to 3 times a day.
2 to 3 times a day. Okay, I think I'm around there as well, and I don't go to the bathroom at baseball stadiums nearly enough. I'm a Philly fan. I'm from Jersey, South Jersey, so I go to Citizens Bank a lot, obviously. And I don't think I've ever had the desire to poop in a baseball stadiums or stadiums just in general. So I kind of get where he's coming from, but
no one has the desire. It's not like anyone's
That's true.
buying a ticket to the stadium and be like, can't wait to shit here.
I mean, some people might.
Yeah, that's true. Some people might, but it's necessity. You're drinking beers, eating hot dogs.
Yeah, nachos, ice cream.
And Joe's has been in suites before, where you have your own private toilet.
Oh, yeah.
And,
so what's he
Delta
doing?
Clubs,
I was going to say
he has his own private, nice toilet, not like a public restroom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I guess does he just prefer to poop on his own throne, or is he just I guess if he's going for on a long car ride, would he stop somewhere to poop, or would he hold it till he got to the place?
I don't know. It's a good question. Because
that's basically all I got. I just want to
we
talk
were
about the
we were
poop thing,
pretty
really. So fascinating.
We weren't of clear mind when we had the original discussion. It was after a party, kind of the post game at the house. So I don't remember the true details. I haven't watched Jake's 6-minute video. He filmed the entire conversation. I watched the first 30 seconds, and when Zach says you have to have, and I laugh every time.
I might have to give that a watch.
Yeah. I just texted Joe's. I said, Joe's, join Morning Sean Amp. We'll see if he comes by.
Oh, he's here.
He's here.
That would be awesome.
All right. We're gonna. Thank you for your call. We're gonna bring Joe's in.
No, of course. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I love you guys so much. I've listened to you guys since 2018. Thank you so much for all the content you guys do.
Awesome.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
No, of course.
Let me invite Joe's. That guy's bio said #BPD.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Joe's is here.
Joez McFly.
Jomboy?
I heard that you.
Jomboy?
I heard you haven't won Fall Guys yet ever.
I actually won him last night, so I don't know what you're talking
Not
about.
what I heard. Hey, we're
And
doing
it is recorded.
we're doing the morning show, okay? And I gave everyone a list of topics that they can call in and discuss with me. And
That's a good idea.
Yeah, the topics are: I bought a pair of Jordan 1s. I bought 2 Jomboy media hats. Katie helped rearrange my closet. We threw out a lot of clothes. The All-Star game trip. The floorball tournament. I broke a world record. The Red Sox blooper tweet went crazy viral. Mini golf this week. I've been riding an e-bike. People say I look slim in the floorball tournament. And Joe says he hasn't shit at Yankee Stadium. And a lot of people are calling in about the last one.
Okay.
And they're on your side. They say they also haven't pooped at stadiums.
You cannot. I don't understand what's so hard about some people to understand. I'm so happy that a lot of people agree.
But wait.
It's so hard. What?
Then I tell them some of the details that you told us. 2 to 3 times a day. That you've been in a lot of private suites with your own toilet. And you go to a lot of games. And they start to get a little cloudy on it as well.
All right, so let me give you guys some context. Guys, we have a Bronx office right up the block, okay? If I ever have an emergency. Number 2, if I always make sure that before I leave the house, I use the bathroom. So then that's good.
What's a cleaner toilet? The old Bronx office bathroom or a Yankee Stadium bathroom?
The old Bronx.
No way.
I can actually. Jim, are you out of your mind?
The Bronx bathroom was gross.
What? Jim, do you know how many asses pass through that Yankee Stadium bathroom?
Apparently, me and Jake are the only one pooping, so we're it's pretty clean.
No shot. No shot.
Yeah.
People leave toilet paper all over. People leave like tampons. I don't know what's going on. Listen,
All right,
there's
so
a lot
Joez-
of stuff with recipes.
Joez, let
trying
me phrase it this way. We haven't phrased it this way yet. If I had Black Mirror technology, Truman Show technology, and security systems at the stadium in the bathroom, we were big brothering you, and I could go back from 14 years old Joez McFly to now and check the footage of every time you're at a game, would you?
Yep.
And if you are wrong, you lose a hand. Would you bet that it's 0 times? Like, you don't think there's a forgetful moment where you're like, it snuck up on me. It's bad hot dog. Would you bet that from 14 to now, 0 times, and we have all the footage?
0 times.
You just lost a hand.
What are you talking about?
Dude, you just lost a hand. You lost. We found one from 2015.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
2015, 3-hour rain delay. You were just shitting.
Doesn't matter. I don't care. Jim, I don't care. I will not use the bathroom at a stadium. I just won't.
Any stadium ever?
I just won't.
What about the warehouse stadium?
I'm just finicky about public bathrooms and using the bathroom anywhere like that. I just don't.
What about the Jomboy Media Warehouse Stadium?
I probably wouldn't shit there just out of courtesy, just because it's very close space and people go in and out. I wouldn't do that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you for joining.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm not taking a shit at public facilities.
Yeah.
You know what, Jim? Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Next time you need to, go into like a McDonald's bathroom and go take a big shit over there, please.
I have,
do that.
and I will whenever I need to. I can't control it. Got to
Do
poop
it again. Go right after a homeless guy, okay? Let me know when you smell all that bum sweat on it. All right? Let me know how that goes.
All right. Will do. I'll update you.
He left.
So that's Joez McFly, who has just lost a hand. I thought I was going to get him on that Big Brother bet. You just don't know. I mean, you can't remember everything.
Yeah.
He's definitely shit at a stadium once or twice. Definitely.
He's never shit in public.
The Bronx office bathroom's pretty gross.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. But that second bathroom's better.
Well, the second office? Yeah, that was better.
Yeah.
The first one. Everyone go thank Joez for calling in. The video Jake has, I don't think we can post it because we're all pretty toasted, but it's so funny. So funny. Oh, Joez just texted. He said, I clean the Bronx office bathroom before every use and after. Nice.
Courteous.
That's nice of him. Yeah. And you soil it in between.
We have 5 minutes to go. Do you want to take a call?
I just responded to Joe's wipe it down with your bare hands? ? Well, we can take a call.
Oh, man.
We can take a call.
All right. In similar theme, Trader Joe is next.
Wow.
I don't know if that's a Joe's burner, but that guy has joined.
Okay. A Joe's burner.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh,
What's going on?
this sounds just like Joe's.
Yeah.
Maybe you could get the truth out of this guy.
Yeah.
I get that a lot. Not at all.
Okay. Have you ever pooped at a stadium?
Growing up, a lot of Dodgers games. I feel like, hard maybe as a kid. I don't know that I've done it as an adult. I don't know that I'm against it, but
Okay.
I can't say that I'm on either side of it necessarily.
Okay. So yes. Probably if you Black Mirrored me, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm calling in. I know it's almost over. I got just some real quick. I called in a while back with the all-time Dodgers lineup, and so I got 2 quick things to build my case to prove that we could have been best friends. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so 1, I've got a 3-year-old daughter. She really likes rollerblading, and so in order to encourage that interest, I showed her the clip from D2 when they're getting the team back together and they're rollerblading through the mall.
Amazing scene.
And now, she calls it Dad's rollerblading movie, but now she watches it on repeat all the time.
That's awesome.
So D2 Mighty Ducks has been incorporated into my kids' movies, and I'm pretty pumped about it.
She just D2, or like has she watched 1 or 3?
I've done 1 and 3. I've done 1 and 3. I think obviously D2 is the one that I have memorized word for word.
D2 has the best lines in it. I believe
it's incredible.
Yeah, me and my buddy used to say, "This is a distraction. No, this is a fire in a barrel. This is a distraction in a fire in a barrel. Any questions?" And then they just all give a round of applause.
I think the most quoted by like my wife and brother is either Zagoli, or just doing the impression of the Iceland goalie he's got a print of a puck in his palm after that one, just cringing.
Yeah.
With your hand.
Sam, Jake for Team Baggage in the floorball tournament. I sent the warm-ups they wear when they're getting like the America's still a teenager. America's young.
Captain
like
Blood. Oh.
Yeah, the warm-up jumpsuits that they wear. I sent that to them and I was like, I want Baggage to be Team Baggage to be at floorball tournament to be wearing these, something like this throughout, but we couldn't really find matching pant top in 4 of them in our sizes jumpsuit.
Did you see the clip a couple years back when AJ Pollock was coming back from his wrist injury? He posted the Adam Banks like twisting the hockey stick with his baseball bat to prove he was good.
Yeah, no, we interviewed him. I definitely would have asked him about that because that's a great use of that.
It was so funny. But so the teeny tiniest thing, I almost brought it up to Jake, I think about a year ago, but you did it yesterday. So this is not baseball talking baseball. I love that this is the platform I get to bring it up to you on because I didn't find the right one. So you and Jake have made the same Sonny reference on Talking Baseball about a year apart. And it's he was drinking a beer when he walked in.
Yeah. He was drinking a beer when he walked in here. Come on, man. Be cool. Thought you were cool.
The first time Jake did it, he did it to Trev, like to start the show. And then you did it yesterday. And I was just like, man, I bet I'm one of a very few percent of the population that recognize that they're just sneaking in this season 1 Sonny reference onto the Talking Baseball show. So I just wanted to say that and get a metaphorical gold star. That's all.
Jake drops from our college years, like 2009 to 2011. He drops lines from commercials that when we're playing like with We Got Ice, they're 21, 22 years old. Even BBD is 25 or whatever. Even you, Maddie, I don't know. Like, even if you were alive and our age, I don't know if people committed commercial lines to memory. And sometimes he drops them, and I know that I'm the only one in the world because I've been roommates and friends with him for 15 years, and he's been dropping them regularly. He dropped the Joe Pesci Snickers commercial from like 2011, and it was someone bobbled a ball in the warehouse during a practice session or something, and he just said, "What do you model, gloves?" And it's like Joe Pesci is talking to he's being in a bad mood because he is not himself when he's hungry, and he's talking to they say like, this girl's a model, and he goes, "What do you model, gloves?" And it's so funny when you catch a line. But Jake and I, you're right. Jake and I drop a lot of lines that aren't known at all. We don't expect people to know them. They just kind of become part of our language. That Always Sunny line is a really good one, though. It's really good.
It's a classic. But well, thank you so much, guys. Maddie, you're the best as well, and I'll keep listening to all the content. Thank you.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you. All right. Well, everyone on the Jomboy Jake TV channel, I believe my record-breaking video is up.
Should be.
And you know what? We're wearing those IPL jerseys, and I was watching it with Katie, and she was like, "You look slim." So it's kind of a new thing that I'm just like basically a tent pole now.
And that video was filmed a while back, so
Yeah,
you've been slim.
Yeah, well, I think I gained some from then. That was like peak stress, anxiety, not eating, not sleeping.
Right.
Lost a lot of weight because of it. So it's not like cool, but I did lose some weight. This guy says that it's impressive what I did.
Yeah.
They're saying that the record is not for is for like UK Smarties, not US Smarties.
So they're M&Ms?
I guess so.
How are we supposed to know that?
That would be much harder.
Much
harder.
We didn't know.
I fucking broke the record.
Yeah.
Don't mind your business. I broke the record.
That makes so much more sense.
Makes so much more sense because I crushed that record.
Oh yeah.
All right, thank you guys everyone for tuning in. Appreciate you. We'll see you later. Have yourself a phenomenal week.